Welcome to a special presentation with Kadena Project Network. In this episode, we will be speaking with the team from KDKrocs. This conversation was recorded on October 24th, 2002, live on Twitter Spaces. The views and expressions in this AMA do not represent the views of KPN directly and are not to be considered as financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on the projects presented. Also make sure to follow our account to be alerted of new uploads. Now let's get started. Enjoy.
Hey, Chris, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How you doing?
Excellent, man. Excellent. How you doing?
Very well, very well. Must be a busy lad these last few days.
Man, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab my headphones. Give me 1 second.
Yep, no worries.
All right.
Right on.
Yeah, it's been interesting, man, to say the least.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm excited about the Halloween giveaway, though. It looks like you got a bunch of cool projects on there, man.
Yeah, a lot of people were able to jump on board, and we're getting even closer to launching the beta for our Koala wallet too.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Where our beta sign up actually closes in 4 hours.
You guys extended that, right? A little bit.
We did. We had it originally ending on the 21st on Friday.
Yeah.
But since we had such an outpour of people, we figured we'd leave it open for another couple of days. But it's now in its final 4 hours. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Why the hell not? I mean,
but we're pushing. Well, I can look at the numbers right now. We are over responses, like the people that filled out our form for the sign up. We are at 600. What was it? 668, I think, last time I checked.
That's a good beta group, man.
Oh, 703 now.
Nice.
But to be really useful for us for the beta, we are trying to ask people to make sure to join our Discord server as well, because that's where people are going to be able to input their feedback. We're going to have people we're going to put people into groups of probably about 20 or so, small groups. So people can come in and say, hey, and talk in their individual groups. We're going to be splitting people, of course, between Android and iOS. But it's going to be a way for not, instead of how a lot of people do beta testing and stuff, right? You're usually just inputting your feedback to a form or an email or something, right? Whereas we're going to have our devs and our team actually in there talking and taking your feedback directly. So it's going to be a lot more interactive way of doing it for sure.
So,
but it's been a lot of setup.
Yeah. So will there be different like beta versions with different feature sets for the groups, or is it all the same?
No, it's going to be the same. Both iOS and Android are going to have the same beta app, and the beta app is going to be just the main functionality, the sending and receiving of transactions, and just making sure that everything like phrase creation, wallet creation, storing your information securely on your device, all that stuff. We want to make sure that all of the base functionality is completely 100% foolproof first. And once that's done, we're going to be releasing pretty much version 1 of the app after that. And it's going to be whatever feedback comes in from the beta will be put into version 1. But then after that, we're working on features already, like to add to the wallet, that we pretty much have a bunch of features already to be put in. But we're going to try to, once we really want to make sure that we nail the initial build of the wallet first, because it's no sense having a wallet that's not functional just on the basic transaction levels, like cross-chain transactions, things like that. You want to make sure that those things function properly. And what a lot of people don't realize too is that we at Eucalyptus Labs are not using other people's back ends. We built our own pretty much back end services to help run and facilitate this stuff. So it's going to be a lot more interactive and intrusive. And if you people don't follow our Eucalyptus Labs Twitter, we recently released a couple of screenshots and things of KDA Explorer that we're also working on.
Sweet, man. What does that do? What's the difference there?
It's pretty much going to be like an ether scan for Kadena.
Yeah, right.
Like it's going to, because a lot of people, like if you go to the Kadena Explorer that there is now, you know, it's kind of confusing for people. Like, you know, where do I put in my address? None of the things here say address, you know, like it either says code or blah, 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 you know, it's just confusing. It's not really laid out that great. The information when you actually look up a transaction can also be confusing the way it's laid out. So we're just trying to make things a little bit more clearer and easier for the users to be able to interact with. So.
Yeah, man. Have you messed around with it yourself already?
With the Kadena Explorer or the one we're building?
The one, well, both, I guess.
Well, yeah, I know my way around the regular Kadena Explorer that most people use nowadays. I can read it, like I can look up a transaction and tell you, you know, the address it came from, the address it went to, the gas that was used, all that stuff. I know how to read the Explorer, and I'm slowly starting to learn how to read like transactions of when NFTs get minted, things like that, and how it's laid out, like how the royalties and just the different variables that you need to know. But it's not that hard. Once you see the same thing over and over again, right, you learn it and you pick it up. So but anyways, let's talk about KDKrocs, because that's what we're here to talk about. So you guys had your mint start, what was it, on the whitelist on Wednesday of last week, and then Thursday the public went live. So how'd it go? Were you guys blown away by the response? Like, give us a quick little feedback.
What was the crazy thing? We minted I think like close to like 500 to 600, around like 400 to 500 in the first like 20-30 minutes, you know, and it kind of plateaued, and then, you know, we're looking at the transactions, they slowed down, you know, it happens, and then, you know, we're trying to do a little bit more marketing and things like that, and so what we kind of discovered was Arcade has a time limit of 7 days on the mints for us. So we were kind of trying to do the math, and we figured, hey, if we're going to try and mint out all 3,333, it might be unlikely that's going to happen within that time frame. So so we started thinking about, hey, what can we do to kind of make this still work out for everybody? Because if we left it like, you know, open ended, you know, just we didn't know what was going to happen when we would send out the prizes, when everything would get minted. So we started talking to people in our Discord chat and asked them, hey, are you guys want to, you know, stop it at a certain point? We had picked 666 NFTs to stop it at that point, and then send out the prizes that everyone got in that time frame. So so by the time we decided that, we come back and, like, you know, people were minting more. So we're like, okay, shoot. So we picked like the next, like, you know, number at 696, and, you know, we talked to everybody in chat. Obviously there were going to be some people who were upset about that. They're like, hey, look, you know, we went into this thinking there were going to be these certain prizes and this and that, and we didn't want to really disappoint anybody. We're disappointed, first of all, because we thought we were gonna mint out a lot faster, right? And then Arcade actually suggested, before we even went live, they're like, hey, look, are you sure you don't want to pare down your collection down to, like, I think they were suggesting like 1,500, and then reducing like the price mint down to like 10 KDA each. And then this was like 2 days before mint, and we were all like, hey, there's no way we can do that. We, like, we created this entire prize pool. The whole entire NFT collection reflects, these the our prize pool legend and all of this stuff. And so we went through, and we had the collab that's supposed to be going on with Voscoin. And after showing interest, it turned out like we wanted to do it, but it's a little steep. He wanted like $16,000 for an episode. So we were like, all right, hold on, we gotta think about this. We were trying to set up a partnership with him at the same time. The mint started. So we had a lot of people who actually won prizes. And when we looked at what we were offering, so we were offering, let's say, it was 90 some odd prizes, right? So what we did was we figured, hey, look, we minted a fifth of the collection. So we kind of rounded about like the hash rate of the miners and the different prizes. And we said, hey, look, what we'll do is we'll offer up a fifth of the prize pool, and then we'll split it up in a way where, like, it's fair. Everybody who won could get, like, a prize. And a lot of people were excited about that, like, hell yeah, let's go, send me my prize. We had a couple people who were disappointed, and we get that. But for the most part, most people are on board. They're pretty supportive about what we're doing. And at the end of the day, like, this is I've never done this before, where it's been like a prize pool giveaway with an NFT. So this has been kind of like a learning experience for us. And we're a little bit bummed because we have all these miners that we already purchased for this giveaway. And what are we going to do with these? We're going to have to try to sell these. And so kind of in a little bit of a pickle there. But for the most part, on the upside, cool thing we really saw happening was a lot of people coming from different, like, ecosystems. A lot of people who had not even ever minted an NFT. We introduced a lot of people to Kadena Mining Club. We introduced a lot of people to Arcade Fund. We introduced people to, like, X Wallet and Zelcore, to Kadena. Like, these were people who had never even heard of these things before, And that was one thing that kept our spirits up, which was really cool. Is, like, at the core of, like, our whole idea about spreading Kadena, like, this idea is definitely working, and we wanted to focus on that part. Now, when it came down to changing it up, because we were with Mintit in the beginning. So when we decided, hey, we're going to go with Arcade, they were working on the game and things like that. It was just rolling with the punches at that point. And people have been super supportive. I mean, we minted. I think we're at like 689 now. At this point. And although we're kind of at like a barely break even point, like, for us, we created enough momentum around this project where we could keep it going. And this was a learning experience, especially in these market conditions. Getting these many projects launching at the same time, all this liquidity being spread out through these projects. I guess it's pretty understandable.
I feel you're still too early in the game to be making these kind of calls. I think you guys have a lot of potential to easily sell out. You just need to do, I think, a little bit more, maybe promoting, like you said. Stop it, like you said, at 696.
Yeah.
And then spend a couple weeks just pumping out AMAs, pumping out articles. If you want, we'll publish articles on our Medium and help promote. Just kind of saying, this is what we're trying to do here. You guys have huge chances to win really cool stuff and be part of a really cool project. Like, it's just a matter of maybe just putting a little bit more marketing behind it, and just this sounds like this pausing at 696 might be a good chance just to do that, because you guys really only did a month or two of marketing, and you sold a third or a fifth of your thing. Like you said, even within the first couple hours, you sold a good majority of it.
Yeah.
So there obviously you did drum up some interest. You just didn't drum up enough interest. And it's just, like for example, even Alpha Slayers Club, they've been doing their AMAs and all their promotion for months now, like many
that's
months.
correct. Yeah.
And they're having a hard time even selling out of their collection as well. So it's not just, it's a combination of just really, it's hard to say what is the winning combination. Marketing is one thing. You definitely have to really get out there and really put yourself out there and be super duper active, and like commenting on like all of the big Twitter posts, like just making sure that your name keeps kind of showing everywhere that people look, and then doing like the other things like articles and AMAs, things like that. For things like in the future round, so if you're closing the mint now at 696, we got 691 right now as we're speaking.
Yeah.
If you close it down then, but it can be reopened again, right? Like it's not like that's it, you're done, right? It's if you
and
go to arcade, they can do another 7-day run or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's everything is possible. So they I guess they have these policies in place for obviously like the right reasons. They've been doing this. They have a lot of projects under their belt. So we came in with a lot of energy, enthusiasm. We had a lot of like also enthusiasm from the community. So for us to come in and say, hey, we don't want to piss anybody off, but we also want to give people who won something. We're trying to find like a little like a happy place here for everybody. I mean, like I said, for the most part, people have been pretty supportive, and like they're like, hey, look, we understand. This is what happened. But you're totally right. We were. I mean, we were guns blazing for the past like 30 days with the marketing every single day. We started doing AMAs here and there, and we had a pretty good traction set for the project. It just got to a point where like originally we had decided to do the mint ourselves, so to have like you know uh control the mint ourselves. So we had a butter standard, and then all that stuff happened with like the FUD with marmalade and all this other stuff. So that was one of the reasons where like, hey, look, okay, maybe this is not the best idea, and which it wasn't. And then we are like, look, we can do this ourselves, but it's a lot more fair to have a third party, especially with something with like a prize pool handle, the whole minting process, right? So if we can, democratize the whole thing, and spread out the responsibilities, and have a certain checks and balances in a way where this happens. I mean, we feel like that's the fairest way, um, and that's what Arcade brought to the table. So we were super excited that they accept us to onboard us. Um, we're just at a point where there's another party involved when we're trying to make a decision. If we wanted to, when we were doing it, if we wanted to pull the trigger and say, hey, we're stopping it here, we would have. But you know now we have a partner, and we have to respect this partnership. We have to consult with them, like, hey, what do you guys think we should do? Do you think this is fair? Do you think it's not fair? So the cool thing is we're keeping each other in check, but at the same time it does slow down the process a little bit, because there's more like moving parts at the same time.
Yeah, this is a very learning process for everyone, really.
Big
Like
time, yeah.
Even Arcade is still learning as they go when it comes to setting up their own stuff, and everyone, people have to realize, unless you've been in crypto since Bitcoin came out in the early years, we're all relatively new to crypto. There's no one that is a crypto expert. The only people who are crypto experts are the people who built Bitcoin, or people who built, the original coins like Litecoin, and even even Loop Jackson that created Dogecoin. Like there's so many people out there that there's very few people out there, I should say, that can say that they know everything about blockchain and they know everything that's going to happen. And because even those guys don't know what the future is going to hold. People are creating new ways of doing things all the time. Even Kadena is an example of that. You got one of the guys who's mentioned right in the Bitcoin white paper building something new on top of blockchain. So
Yeah,
it's we're all just learning. And but like I said, I firmly believe that KDKrocs is definitely something that I wouldn't give up on it very easily. I would definitely just keep pushing through, because you guys have great artwork, great plans. Everything seems to be very well set up. Like you said, you're going through third parties now, so you don't have it's a little bit less scary that way. Like I'm not saying anything bad
100%.
against
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad against projects that mint on their own websites, or because there's a lot of work that goes involved with that, like setting up all the back end and to work with your front end and to have
Oh,
flawless
100%.
mints and connecting
Yeah.
with wallets.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. Like even for people who don't understand, like what's involved with that. But it's a lot, people feel a lot more safer too, though, when you're on an actual
Exactly.
marketplace where
Yeah.
you can't really just all of a sudden jump ship or anything, because they're in control of things for you, kind of. So, but let's talk a little bit about what rewards. I've noticed, like I've been kind of watching the chats and watching you guys talk and everything, like in your Discord and everything. Have any of your crazy one of ones or crazy prizes NFTs been minted? I think I saw someone tweeted
Yeah.
out that they minted one of the rainbow miners with a little kitty cat next to it. I think I saw.
Yeah.
So
So I'll post that here in the messages real quick. So we created like this legend, right? So the one of ones that win prizes, they have what we're calling Krakatoshi coins, right? So the little coins, they correlate with the prizes. So like the ones I'm gonna post right now, it says KDB, and the KDB stands for the KD box, right? And give me 1 second, I'm gonna get that up there. Hold on. I'll post 4 of them so you guys can see. So there's ones that have like numbers with coins around them. Those are for the hold on. Those are for like the airdrops. So the ones that have the single one with the KDB on it, it has the miner in there with the kitty cat. Like those that correlate with the prize pool legend, those are the ones that win those prizes. And I think all 5 that we were offering in this first round, they were pulled along with the KD Max as well. So what we're doing here is some of these people actually like they live overseas, and I think there's like some like customs issues or whatnot. So some people requested, hey, instead of shipping me this like 15-pound miner, can you can we take KDA instead, or some KMC NFTs, and we're not gonna say no. You know what I'm saying? So we have someone in Germany, and then we have somebody in Spain as well that they both won physical miners. So we're working with them to send them whatever they want. I mean, it's sad we can't send them some of the like swag and things like that we wanted to with these with these winners. But people who are local to the US, we can do that. And that's something else that like we should have kept in mind. But it is definitely something that's been a learning experience. But we're getting to the point where we knew something like this was going to happen, where we were going to need to adjust, where we had to consult our community. We had to listen to like what people wanted, and for the next round, we'll have that all set up. We're like, hey, look, if you are overseas and you want something like this, hey, sure, you can take like an airdrop equivalent to like your prize if you win a physical miner or something like that. I feel like that's only fair.
Yep, no, that makes sense. Plus, like I had to recently do some shipping from where I am in Canada to overseas, over to like Europe and even like farther away places. And
Yeah.
shipping
Don't
nowadays
worry.
is
You're gonna get your
ridiculous. Oh yeah. No, I'm saying like shipping nowadays is ridiculous.
It's
Like
insane. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cost, I could not believe it. To send like
Yeah.
mine was like a 5 pound, like like a mailer box that you get like swag in. That's like
Yeah.
maybe 10 by 10 inches
Yeah.
wide
Yeah.
by 12 inches the other way. I was sending out those with like just like a hoodie, a t-shirt, and a couple of other like stickers and stuff in it,
Yeah.
and it was costing me sometimes $100
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
send these
Where
things.
were
Like
you?
I
Where
was
were you
like,
sending
that's
it to?
ridiculous. Like some places like Poland, like
Yeah. Yeah.
just stupid things like that. Like
I sent.
Cyprus, like just weird countries, like other like countries that are quite on the other side of the world from Canada, that's for sure.
Yeah. Some
And they
places I
took
could.
forever.
Some places I couldn't get stuff to either. I remember like this was a while back. Like I think I sold like it was like a pair of like sneakers or something like that, and there's some guy in France that like bought it, and he it was like 3 months, and he was still like, hey, look, I don't know what's going on. It says it's here, but like it's still at customs. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, and like the shipping on that was ridiculous too. But yeah, I get it. I think everything's getting more expensive nowadays. But yeah, we just want to keep everyone happy, and I feel like an airdrop or sending an NFT to somebody's address, especially if they're overseas, it's something that like both parties are happy, and everyone who's reached out about it, we like there's been no friction. We are like, hey, look, you want it fair and square, so we're gonna send it over to you.
Awesome. Yeah, it's crazy just yeah, way things are turning nowadays, and just how everything now is just so expensive. So expensive to do anything. Just anything nowadays. So moving forward though, you guys,
Yep.
so you're just to recap, we're probably going to be, you guys can probably get in on a couple of mints left here before they close. If anyone's listening, rock over to arcade.fun/mint/KDKrocs. There's still, if you're going to close it down at 696, there's 5 left.
Yeah,
So,
and I just wanted
so
to address something really quick. So I think we gave out a few free mints, and originally we were gonna send KDA, and then we reserved those NFTs to send out to the people who had the free mint. But the catch was we can't send those out till like the whole collection minted. So now we're reverting back to sending people KDA. So today I'm gonna go back through the list and send everybody the KDA for that. So if they want to mint the last few, they could. If they want to just keep the KDA, that's their prerogative.
oh, geez, I should have got myself in on that. No, just kidding. No, just kidding. No, that's a good fine deal. That's one of the problems with some of these things. Like for the giveaway we're doing right now, right? People are either going to have, like, some of the projects that are in mint right now are
Yeah,
just pretty much giving users the KDA amount of a mint, and
yeah,
just
that's
hoping
what we
that
should
they
have done.
go and just being like, hey, please go mint our
Yeah,
NFTs,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like you said, it's up to them whether or not they actually do or
Yeah,
not. But
either way, we're paying for it, so it's like
yeah,
it doesn't matter. So I don't know. We're like I
no,
said,
they earned it fair and square. So
yeah,
right, so. But yeah, I know I did grab myself a KD Croc, and I got mine to reveal. I got number 86. If anyone wants to look it up on the arcade, you can see the collection. Mine's a nice
very
little
nice.
purple guy with holding on to a little miner with a rainbow background. I really liked it. I
Very
was quite
nice. Very nice.
happy with my mint. So
Hey, so just really quick. Also, the 26th, the mint is slated to end on the 26th. So that's when, like, you know how like with packed racks, you can go into the marketplace and you can filter through the traits and things like that. So that's when that'll go live on the 26th.
Awesome. One thing I hope that they implement too for you soon is one of the features I really like about Arcade is the able to transfer NFTs.
Yeah, it's very
Which
easy. Very easy.
yeah, and very easy. So
Yeah.
hopefully they can implement that for you guys as well, because like I sent we have a team wallet for Eucalyptus where we've been collecting NFTs of projects that we like and
Nice.
support.
Very nice.
So I sent a couple that I had minted on my own personal wallet over to the wallet, and I was like, oh man, how am I going to send these NFTs? I'm like, I can't think of there's no wallets right now that support just sending NFTs. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to look to how to do this inside of like the actual Kadena wallet or Zelcore or Chainweaver or something. And then I was like looking through Arcade and just clicked on like my items and clicked on the bulls and was like, there's a
Yeah, it's
transfer button.
stupid simple. Yeah, stupid simple. Yeah,
I was
that
like,
part's
oh my
that part's
God.
magic.
Yeah, so hopefully they can get that implemented. I'm like you said, I'm sure it's something that while it's live, while the mint's live, it's something that really can't be
That's
implemented. But
exactly what it is. Yeah. So as soon as the mint is
yeah,
closed, so on the 26th, you'll have that feature, and then you'll be able to transfer it out as well.
awesome. Well, hopefully there's a wallet soon that will come out with a ability
Yeah,
to
like
do
what?
that.
Like Koala Wallet?
Never know what we have in store. So,
That would be pretty awesome, man.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it's it all depends on the people that join the beta and give us their feedback of what they want to see. So that's what's going to really lead our production is what the people want.
When
But
is that?
that's a pretty general.
Yeah, when is that?
Well, the sign up for our beta is ending in 3 hours and 44 minutes.
Yeah.
As far as when the beta is actually going to start, we haven't exactly set that date yet. It's going to be very soon, like I'm not going to say a set time, but very shortly after we close down the beta signups, just got to set everything up, get everyone into the proper groups and everything so that we're ready to go. But once that starts, it's going to be fast and furious. We're not gonna keep the beta open for like super long extended period of time. We're fairly confident in the wallet that we've created so far.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't gone and checked out our Eucalyptus Labs website and looked at the team, we come from a background of crypto wallet creation. Like that's what we've done for years.
Yeah.
So so that's something that we're all very experienced in and are quite confident. Like when we do very thorough beta testing or alpha testing, I guess it would be ourselves. So we're just kind of more going to be asking for people's opinion on, the UI mostly is what we're more interested in for people's feedback. And of
Yeah,
course,
for
if
sure.
people find bugs or issues with it, of course, that's going to be great as well. But we're quite confident in our product, and hopefully everyone will enjoy it. So if you guys are listening and you haven't signed up for it, koalawallet.io, you can go there and sign up for the beta. It's going to only got another 3.5 hours to do that. So get those in. And if you do sign up for the beta, please join the Koala Wallet Discord. There's a link for that as well on the website, because that is where we're going to be speaking to everyone and taking your feedback directly for the wallet. We're not doing any kind of forms or leave feedback on a Google review site or blah blah blah. We're going to actually be talking to the users directly to get your feedback. So very important that you join that. And if you do join the Discord and sign up for the beta, we have a giveaway going on right now for people who do that. So you have a chance to win some free KDA or possibly a Koala Wallet hoodie. So, and that hoodie is available worldwide. So no worries about that.
All right.
Our
Hey,
our our
we're
merch provider has worldwide distribution. So
very nice. Yeah, we found somebody for our merch to do that. So We're setting that up. It's like it's kind of like a shipping solution type of thing. But yeah, but they support worldwide shipping, which is really cool. I just wanted to add one more thing. So couple of notes on the winners. Anybody who got a kitty cat in their NFT, this is aside from the one of one winners that has a Krakatoshi coin on there. Anybody who got a kitty cat on their NFT, um, please screenshot your NFT, and then you can DM Sneak Ahead or KDKrocs on Discord. And then also anybody who pulled winners, we've already seen everybody who's pulled it, but just DM either one of us, KDKrocs or Sneak Ahead, and then because what we're doing is not only are we setting up the airdrops for the people who we can't support the shipping for overseas, but also we're doing the bonus round for the people who pull the kitty cats. We have a KMC NFT that's going to be in there, and then we have a couple other airdrops that are in there. So there's going to be a couple extra winners for the bonus round. So just to reiterate, if you have a kitty cat on your NFT, or if you have one of the Krakatoshi coins and you pulled a 101 with a prize, just DM us and then we'll get that going for you guys.
So we had someone asking on Twitter there of what are the prizes left? So what else left after this 1/5 is gone? What's going to be left in the pool for if you open it back up and continue on?
Yeah. So what we did was we split it up into fifths. So what we're gonna do is this. For the next round, we're gonna put together another prize pool specific for that round. I don't want to say anything right now that is not really set in stone, and it wouldn't be fair to everybody if I did that. But we will put it together for the next round. So for the prize pool for the next for the second round will be similar to this. And what we're planning on doing is, let's say we end up doing 4 more rounds, and we end up completely selling 3,333 in 5 rounds. um, we want to put that the all the prizes in there that we originally promised. So what we're doing right now, we're just splitting it up in fifths because that's what we minted. So we feel like if we have if we eventually go through all 4 more mints and mint the entire collection, 3,333, that we will honor the original prize pool. So we're working on that right now, and then for the subsequent rounds, we'll have specific prize pools for those, so you guys can see what it is.
Awesome, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's just say, for example, if one of the people who wins one of the miners decides, oh, I because of shipping or whatever, we're just going to take the equivalent in KDA or whatever for the miner. Do you consider that miner then to be out of the pool, or do you just keep it in the pool?
Yeah, because it's like for us that would basically double the cost for offering that in the price pool. So it would be removed, but it another thing we were thinking of doing, if let's say um for the next prize pool, we want everybody who participated in this round to be able to decide what they want in the next round, right? So what we want to do is ask the community, hey, do you guys want more KD Box Pros, or do you want less KD Box Pros and one bigger miner, or do you guys want more maybe NFTs or more airdrops of KDA? So we're gonna leave that up to a vote, and then based on the feedback, we'll decide accordingly, because some people, I think most people will have trouble hosting one of these like larger miners, especially if they're just at home mining. The KD Box Pro, the cool thing about that is it's pretty much plug and play. You don't have to worry about upgrading your electricity 220 volts, or worry about the costs even. There's that too. So we'll ask people what they want. Some people are gung ho for like maybe the bigger miners. So we'll leave it up to a vote. Whatever the people want, that's what we'll decide on doing.
So like, for example, on the website, it says, like first place is the KA3, second place is the Gold Shell KD Max and stuff. Those are prizes that won't be determined, I guess, until you are completely minted out, correct?
Yeah, so those were based on us selling out 3,333, right? So if we do 4 more rounds and we sell 3,333, we'll put that up also back into the prize pool, the original prize pool. But since we're splitting it up into fifths, um, we just this is the only way we figured out we can do it this way, where people who participated could still get prizes, but at the same time, we're not promising something that we're not delivering. So we want to do that. We want to give people a chance to still win those minors, but we had to adjust it based on how many were minted at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely want to make sure that, like you said, you're trying to keep it fair for everyone as you progress through the project. There's not really much else you
Yeah,
can say about that.
and doing it like this, actually, the odds of winning a prize, because there were a lot more winners in the first 696. There was like, I think the odds were almost doubled for the winners. I haven't done all the math, but there was definitely more winners in this first batch of 696. So you know um so yeah, the odds were a lot better. That's another thing. I mean, he, doing it like this did make the odds better for some people, but there's also the fact that we had to pare down the prize pool, accordingly.
Yeah, no, no, totally understandable. It's not like there's just so much, like you said, there's so much involved in a project, and you don't know what's going to happen until you pull the trigger and say mint is live. Like it's either you're gonna you can set expectations, but it doesn't mean that that's how it's going to happen. Like um, I feel like I said before, that you guys this is the first plateau. You've reached your first plateau of your project with many other plateaus to follow.
Of
And it's
course.
just a matter now. It's just a matter now of building the ladder to get up to the next plateau. That's
Yeah.
really all it is.
That comment you made earlier about the marketing and things like that is like, you're dead on, right? And I really feel like once people get their prizes in hand, they get their miners going, they got that RGB glowing in the background, that's gonna create its self marketing engine at that point, right? So I feel like it's its own like self fulfilling prophecy that once people do get it and say, hey, this is the real deal. We got our prizes. We're ready for the next round. Um, I feel like we can create pretty good momentum, and now we've gauged it in a way of where if we have 696 and we can do it through 4 or 5 rounds, that it's something that's digestible for everybody.
Yeah, there's lots, like I said, there's lots of ways too that you can do simple marketing without having to break your bank or spend, like you said, $16,000 for collaborations and
Yeah.
things like that. Like people, if you want a good example of that, we were recently looking around to do a little bit of promotioning for our upcoming wallet, and we
Okay.
reached out to some of the top, like like crypto news outlets like Cointelegraph and all of
Yeah.
these different
Yeah. Yeah.
places. They start at like minimum 15, $20,000 for an
Yeah.
article.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God, like are you people serious? Like you're really, with a straight face, asking that much? Like in a complete bear market, you're
Yeah.
asking for $16,000
You know what?
to write an
I get it.
article?
I get it. In like during a bull run, I get it. Like those numbers totally make sense, right? But
Yeah.
having the thing is, look, Voxcoin has 605,000 YouTube followers, right? Like our miner, the KD Crocs, the KD box, the collector's edition. That thing is total eye candy, right? So we figured we're gonna pay this guy 16 grand and basically just get him more views and make him even more money on his channel, you know. So
Yep.
there were other cheaper options. So we're, it's not something that we're saying we're not doing, but we're not paying 16 grand for something like that. So we're going back and forth to see if there's some like happy medium where like we do pay them something for some type of promotion. But the way we were looking at it, I don't know. We don't know as far as like demographics goes, like how many of his followers are actually into Kadena. There must be a pretty good following because the past few videos he did, which had good viewership on, they were on Kadena miners. But it's peppered in with a lot of other like drama about his solar farm and blah blah blah. So the thing is, at the end of the day, that channel is about Voscoin and his reviews and whatnot. So we're still exploring that option. It's definitely not off the books. We're just trying to find something that like we can find that's going to be beneficial, but we're not into paying this guy 16 grand for something like that. It just doesn't make sense, especially at like floor level, like where we are now. Just getting started. Maybe in a couple of rounds later we could do the big one, but we're trying to figure out something with him where like maybe we can send them like a free miner or something like that, and then get something going like that. So it's something that's totally possible, but he's got to come on board with that. I think he'll come around, and it'll work out. We just have to come to an agreement with something like just makes sense really at this point.
He's got to build a relationship.
Yeah.
Once,
Yeah.
I'm sure that 16 grand number is the, a random person asks me, and that's the number I give them kind of offer. And then you work your way down from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it can be kind of hard. Like, I don't know. I've always been, I come very much from the grassroots, organic, decentralized kind of communities where pretty much all the marketing is done by the community themselves,
Yeah.
because there is no big slush fund to be paying for this kind of stuff. An example of that was the first crypto community I ever got into, and that is a fur coin called Digibyte. It's been around. It's been around forever.
Yeah.
It is listed on pretty much every major exchange except for like Coinbase. It's listed on Binance, listed on all that. That coin has never paid.
Monero is like,
Yeah, that coin. Here's the difference though: is Digibyte completely organic, 100% volunteer ran, never paid a single cent for a single exchange listing in its entire life.
Wow.
And I know because I was one of the founding members of a group called the Digibyte Awareness Team that was responsible for, I think we got Digibyte listed on over 100 exchanges in just under a year.
Wow. That's
just through community outreach and organization. And it's just about building the community.
That's not a joke.
No.
100 exchanges. That's not a joke. Yeah.
And we're talking like this was in 2018, 19. So like this was just like as things were all slowly going downhill and everything, we were out there just building away and pushing away.
Yeah.
But it just comes down to just taking your time. Like, it took many years for Digibyte to get where it's at now. And even then it's still, pushed way down on the charts and everything like that. But it's community is really what it's all about. And it seems like if you were able to get a good solid mint right off the start, and you got really good activity in your Discord, people are very active. It's like there's definitely a backbone there to build upon, and a community behind it. And like you said, once people start getting their rewards, make sure like when you send out rewards, say, please post this on social media, post this on your Twitter, post this and tag us, like just that kind of little things will really make it make all the difference. And just little things like maybe, I don't know if you have any kind of thing in your Discord, even just offer up a cheap little KDA prize or something for, if you post, like for the people who follow the most or post the most about you, or even like some things we'll do, like once the NFTs open up into the marketplace, have sweeping floor contests, where if the person who, if you buy an NFT off the marketplace between this date and time on this date and time, you'll be entered into a draw to win X, whatever.
That's an excellent
Just
idea.
little things like that can really push more people out there and push more people to buy. Because like you might get someone that'll be like, oh, so if I just buy one of these NFTs, I might win something, even though that's the whole basis of the entire project. But if minting isn't an option, and you've got the mint closed, and then that's also a good way to both further spread your community out and also reward your users.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there's
another thing.
lots of little things.
Yeah, that's a great idea, man. Definitely. Another thing is we haven't done any paid marketing at all. So, I think it was like the first or second day that I put up the Twitter and opened up the Discord. I was on one of Action CEO's like AMAs, and then I think Cody was on there from Arcade Bull, and we were talking about paid marketing and things like that, and I asked them, because soon as we opened up the Discord and Twitter, like you get this flood of like, hey, I'm a shiller, I'll shill your project and do this and that. And I asked them, I go, what do you guys think of, like, p- paying people for these, like, like marketed shills? The consensus all around was, you'll regret it. It just doesn't make sense. You're gonna get not only like just botted users, you're gonna get people who won't at the end of the day really participate in the mint anyways. So that's what we did. We went guns blazing, and we went out. We did it organically. I mean, we're close to almost like 900 Twitter followers. I know it's not a lot compared to like some other projects, but everybody who follows us is genuinely interested in not only Kadena as a whole, but also in our project. So reaching out to Voscoin was something that uh, we had the idea after our gold shell collaboration. We saw a really good opportunity there, and there was a lot of people who were interested in Kadena. So that kind of opened up the doors to us. We felt like that all, and that wasn't even paid. That was something they agreed to do. It was just a mutual thing, right? So Voscoin was the only one where we reached out, and we didn't know it was going to be paid until he sent us their marketing package with the prices on there, and then we're like, holy crap, that's a lot of money. So, but yeah, man, we're proud of the community. Everybody's been like pretty supportive. Everybody's been on board with what we're doing. The amount of like feedback we've gotten, people have just taken their own you know uh ideas of like doing Kadena awareness posts and things like that, and like we're seeing that part grow, which is we want to keep that momentum going. This is like, it's just getting to a point where we're starting to set up integrated reward system in our Discord as well for that Kadena awards awareness campaigns. So once we have everything set in stone, we're going to post that up, and then that'll be another avenue for not only for marketing, but for people to earn rewards.
Well, if you're going to do anything when it comes to paid promotion, the only thing I would suggest possibly paying for, if you don't have time to do or anything, is maybe reach out and don't go through like someone professional companies. Reach out to your community members and say, hey, would someone be interested in writing some really good articles explaining what KDKrocs is all about and how to help promote, and have your community help work for you and reward them, as opposed to
Beautiful,
just
beautiful. I love that.
paying some random member? Because they're already invested in it, so which means they probably know something already about the project, and anything that they don't know, you can provide the information on it. But like I said, it keeps the community involved and shows that it just more community building, really.
Excellent.
Lots of good ideas. There's so much stuff that can be done. Just people just have to think outside the box when it comes to just doing it on your own and just doing and having, but utilizing your community in a way that not only benefits you but benefits the community as a whole. So really,
That's
that's what
totally
it's all
true.
about.
You know what, and coming up with these creative marketing ideas, like you've already given me two that are fantastic ideas, right? I think that's like really important, and getting to a point where like you'll understand not only your community but your audience, and you can kind of put two and two together and make something that's like mutually beneficial. And not only that, it starts like really fanning the flames of the project. And we the momentum we have right now, I th- I think it's a really really good position for us to really take advantage of that and actually take it to the next level.
Well, like I said, if there's anything that we here at KPN can do to help you, definitely just shoot us a message, and we're more than willing to post on our Medium, even like, post quick little Twitter threads. You guys just send us the information, and we're more than happy to help spread the word.
We appreciate you guys so much, Chris. Thank you so much for that.
If anyone listening has any questions and they want to step up and for KDKrocs, guys, feel free to send in a request to speak. Just so you guys know, there's still, let's see here, where are we at for the mint? 692. So get on in there. There's still 4 more up for grabs. And then we'll have to just kind of wait for things to build up. And like I said, get involved, be part of the process. Who knows? Like I said, maybe if you know enough about KDKrocs, there may be some quick little articles you could write, just ways to help promote. And because whatever helps their project also helps you in the long run. Because who knows? Like even if you're just involved in buying KD or buying NFTs to flip down the road, a lot of people will mint NFTs from a new project and sit on them until they see the floor prices of the projects, shoot up for some reason, and then sell it. But even if that's your prerogative, is it still not in your best interest to help the project get to that point? Like
Yeah.
I never really understood people who do that, but at the same time, if I was to do that, I'd want to do everything I could to make sure that my investment does return to me and that the project does succeed. So maybe that's just the old-fashioned kind of grassroots kind of background I have with crypto, of just
I mean
being.
that's been the case with pretty much every project that's been on released on arcade, if not you know every Kadena NFT that's been launched so far. So you're not far off. I mean, that's definitely something like I've seen a lot of people do. They'll mint a bunch of them, and they'll wait around, and it's I guess another like little side hustle at the same time. But you get some cool JPEGs to go along with it, or PNGs in our case.
And who knows, you might mint the one that nets you a free miner. So
There you go.
Hey, you never know. Well, awesome, really awesome, great talking with you guys today. Like I said, there's so much that you guys can do with this. You're just like I said, you're at your first plateau with many still to go, and maybe it's just time, like I said, to maybe take a step back, do a little bit in the back end for promoting, building that community. Like even if your community is only small right now, between now and you're in the next mint phase, it doesn't mean that you can't still build your community. You don't need the minting to build the community. The community will come when they see the potential in the project as well as the community that's already formed around it. So just a matter of keep pushing, keep your head down, and just believe in yourself, and you guys should be fine. I'm not too worried.
Appreciate that, Chris. That means a lot. Thank you.
No problem. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. One last little shout out for myself. If you guys haven't already, there is still another 3 hours or so to sign up for the Koala Wallet beta. KoalaWallet.io is going to be the new Kadena mobile wallet. It's going to be iOS and Android right at the gate. Make sure you guys sign up for that. Sign up for the beta. Join the Discord, because that is where we're going to be speaking directly with you guys, the users, to get your feedback. So make sure you guys join that. And once you signed up for the beta, join the Discord. We also have a giveaway going right now where you can possibly win yourself some KDA or a very cool Koala Wallet hoodie that our team has been rocking for a while. We've been rocking our own gear at home for a while now. So
will those
very,
will those
very
be
awesome
available
sweaters.
so will those be available for purchase too?
We do plan on having a merchandise store, yes, eventually.
Right,
Or we may just add a merch
want a
section
koala.
to the website.
I definitely want a Koala Wallet hoodie for sure.
All right. Well, we'll possibly might be able to just hook you up with one of those. So definitely keep in touch.
Hey,
All
thanks,
right,
Chris, man.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming out tonight and listening. And like I said, just keep your head down, guys, and keep pumping away, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. And we're here to support you if you need us.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Take care, everyone.
That wraps up another amazing AMA. Thank you for listening. Here at KPN, we strive to bring an open platform for projects being built on Kadena to present themselves to the community. Please ensure to do your own research on each project before investing. Also, make sure to follow us on our social media, from Twitter to subscribing to our weekly newsletter. All the links can be found directly on our SoundCloud profile page. Thank you very much for listening, and take care.